It's just Lena.
It's your boy D.
I'm sorry. You're tuning in a homeroom with Smooth. Class is now in session.
Yo, what's up? Did y'all miss us? Did you possibly miss us? Was that possible? Was that possible that y'all could have missed us? I don't know. I don't know if y'all missed us or not, but shit, we back. Anywho, what's going on with you, Shar? And what's popping? What's popping?
I've been working on some stuff. I had a brand deal. So for those of you who don't know, I'm a UGC creator. And one of my biggest brand deals came through with Thumbtack. And the video hit 1 million views. Hey!
Yeah, you up. You eating.
Yeah, it's wild.
Yeah. So what we're gonna go through today is we're gonna talk about Glorilla and her DUI, which is just like ridiculous. We're gonna talk about rap beefs in general. We're gonna talk about the lack of a Kendrick Lamar response, and then we're gonna kind of brush through this Trump Jr. interview because I don't want to give it too much light, too much headway, but because DJ Akademiks interviewed, I was like, this is the dumbest interview I've ever seen on paper. Like, this shouldn't have happened. You know what I'm saying? Especially after what the moment he just had in hip hop. I just think it's irresponsible. But needless to say, let's start with Glorilla. Why? Like, you on a uphill climb and you're not even taking it serious. You posting yourself drunk. You posting yourself with a bottle. Like, what are you doing? Like, what's going on with you? Head ass.
Yes, so I haven't watched the videos, but I do remember from the interview she did on Club Shay Shay, she said she doesn't like to drive. So it's like, dang, you drove when you was drunk.
You got money.
Right. Why are you driving?
Yes. Like, if I got money, Uber is nothing to me. Like, Uber's nothing. I'm getting an Uber.
I'm pretty sure she has people that drive her around.
Yes. And if she don't have money, the label has money. There's no reason why an artist with a hit should be driving their car drunk.
Yeah.
Like, what are you doing? That's what I want to know. Like, why did you think that was a good idea?
So even though I didn't watch the video, I looked at some of the comments and somebody said, she said to the officer, "Do you know who I am?" I was like, oh Lord, there you go now. There you go. Thinking you're invincible.
You in Atlanta. They don't give a fuck about Glorilla. Like, they don't give a fuck. Hold on, let me do this. So we back.
Thank you, because Jesus,
that shit was too close. That shit was too. You're close, man.
Oh Lord,
you're too close. You're too close. Yeah, man. I think that's just outright ridiculous. I can't glow. What the fuck? But somebody brought up an interesting point that women keep getting found like hilariously drunk, like, or deliriously drunk after they hang out with Megan.
How do we know this?
Because Coi Leray, they showed her the day after she hung out with Megan. She was in a tub. The next image you seen was her in a tub. They're like halfway filled with water, drunk, laid out in the tub. Then the next image then Glorilla 5 days later is grossly intoxicated. Getting the DUI.
I mean, but honestly,
I'm not directly blaming Meg. I'm just saying the correlation is kind of crazy.
I mean, but honestly, Meg gives like extreme party girl vibes. She gives that vibe to me. So if you don't know how to handle your liquor, that's not who you hang with. But she also looked like the type that, like, you know how everybody has that one friend who gets you drunk and then they didn't really drink that much, but you thought they was drinking with you the whole time. She gives me that vibe.
Yeah. She gives irresponsible. That's what she definitely gives. She gives irresponsible. She's just like, oh yeah, everybody take a shot. And meanwhile, there's a plant over there in the corner, drunk as hell. She over there pouring her shit out. But yeah, I just Glow. What the fuck, dude? I'm over here supposed to be talking about some glow. Yeah,
Hold on
glow.
now. That's still my song, but she messed up with this one for sure.
Yeah, I know. Like that's just it's no. She's stupid. She's stupid. Frankie, thoughts?
Unfortunately, I think, like you said, she Uber, and I saw that too. I saw that too.
I'm sorry. That was just like it was the timing of it. I wasn't ready. I'm sorry. It was just like
trying to keep him out of there.
He said, "Oh, don't mind me. They won't notice me back here."
I just go get some water right quick.
Oh
back.
my god, I was not ready. That was wild.
Oh shit!
Oh, she's coming back. She's coming back.
Yeah.
She said, "I hear y'all talk about me."
Right. Y'all talking shit.
You're looking at me right now too. Like, what are you talking?
Hey.
You changed your background. We're not used to this background.
Right.
No, I just had to set it up because I was trying to get on and my computer was like, "You need a restart." I'm like, "Really?"
Doesn't it always do that when you got something to do?
It does.
Man, my shit died early. I forgot I didn't even put it on the charger. The laptop was just sitting here. It said 0%. I said, "Wait, how are you even on?" Then it cut off. I said, "Oh no."
You questioned it. It's like, oh.
It said, "Oh, you're right. Let me turn off."
No, but
shit.
I think I agree with your point. It's like, hey, like you should not be drinking and driving, especially places you don't care. I think, unfortunately, the alcohol had like overabundance of self entitlement, and they think, because I think unfortunately she thought that, hey, I'm fine and I can do what I want, and no one waits on me. So it just shows like that's the thing too. It starts with when you're that big. You shouldn't be driving to a party anyway. You should be dropped off at a party and picked up at a party.
Mm-hmm.
But maybe, I don't know. Maybe we think that she's bigger than what she is, and maybe she just ain't shit. I don't know.
Dang.
My thing is she gotta have at least regular level money. She can afford a Uber Black. You know what I'm saying? Like she can
afford an Uber X. I mean, that's the thing.
like just get home safely. Listen, Negroes, under the sound of my voice, get home safely. If you're gonna drink, don't drive. Okay, do not drive. Do not drive. Get a vehicle to get you home. Don't do what she did. And then she posted a picture online with a bottle on top of her head, like right after she got home. Like she literally posted a picture of a bottle of her head drunk. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
One of her drunkenness in the night. I said, that just showed you don't care. I'm like, you know the judge is gonna see this shit, right?
Yeah, it's kind of giving, and I know her and Krishan are friends. It's kind of giving like that kind of stupidity. And don't get me wrong, I love me some Glow. I love Glow.
Are we allowed to say that name on here? I thought it was one of those censored ban words.
No.
But,
she's back, unfortunately.
I love Glow and I love her music. You know, I think she's funny as hell. But I do think this was an irresponsible decision, and it was a serious decision because she could have killed somebody in the process. I'm sorry, Cade somebody. I don't know if we can say that on here.
We should be fine as long as you don't. Yeah,
she could have sent someone to the next dimension.
But I do know these are the type of things that Krishan does do, and they do hang out together. So.
Yeah. Like I said, I think maybe she thought she wasn't going to drink that much, and then when you're with someone else that keeps on egging you on over.
That's what I meant to say. I'm sorry. I meant to say also because Krishan got to a point in her career where her ego got really big, and she just felt like she could just do whatever. Yeah, we see her kind of falling back now because now she's realizing, oh, there's consequences for your actions, right? And I think that Glorilla it's something about that because they're about the same age too. Something about that age range where they start getting the fame and the money and it starts going to their head and they really feel invincible and like they can just do anything. And that's why she made the comment to the officer about, do you know who I am? Because they really think, oh, now that I've made it, I can do whatever I want. And you're still human at the end of the day. So don't get it twisted.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. She lost herself. She got lost in the sauce.
Yeah.
Got lost in the sauce, and the sauce was lost. Um, I mean, look, she's this. Look to just get on and then get a DU. I don't think she realized the gravity of the situation that she's in for
Yeah, I don't think
herself.
so either.
Well, unfortunately, with DUIs and how they're processed, everything, people really don't get the gravity of it until they get multiple DUIs. Unfortunately, because she's able to afford the consequences as long as if you don't mortally wound somebody.
Yeah.
And I think that's how it is. And so there's really no rehabilitation process. And now the thing is too, where if she has it like that too, it doesn't really inconvenience her except for the fact that she just can't go out and drive. But she's at
She
that
has
age
to.
where people will do things for her, especially because she
Exactly.
has money, and that's why
Very well
she's
put.
like which is going to go feed into that I'm untouchable thing again as well too.
Mhm.
Yeah,
Very, very well put. And I also think, shoot, my mind just went blank. What was I getting ready to say? Oh, like everyday people like us who get DUIs only takes once, and we're like, oh shit. Because I've never had a DUI, but I have friends who have had DUIs, and just that one time can mess up your life.
Yeah.
So to your point, because she has the fame and stuff, in her mind, she probably just thinks, oh, whatever, it's the DUI, and
Yeah, because it's a minor inconvenience. Instead of a life altering thing. Because like if one of us had a DUI, it would be life altering. Because even to pass that, go to school to get off the record, and then the alcohol, substance abuse classes, and everything, and the time that takes you away from work. So then you're not making money on that one. It's a really, really huge thing for her. It's not that because, like you said, because of the money and the fame, and even if she, like I said, she doesn't need to drive. She has ways to get around. So it's a minor inconvenience, unfortunately.
seems like you're ready. I don't know why that song is in my head. I'm so sorry.
that was hella random.
I know. That's crazy. Wow, that was super crazy. Anyway, so I do want to transition.
What's wrong? Are you okay? What's happening here?
Oh my god. I'm just laughing. That's all. Anyway, so let's talk about all this rap beef because there's been a lot going on since we last convened.
Yeah.
Okay, J. Cole dropped the diss track, rescinded the diss track, apologized.
Recall.
Yeah,
Email recall.
He tried to control alt delete, recall the email. Like I'm like, bruh, how you do that? A week, like, what are you doing? Then and it was within 2 business days. Like, fam, at least let it sit up there for a minute. Like, fuck. He ain't take no time to go, damn, should I even really be out here like this? I feel embarrassed. let me walk this shit back. And I thought better of Cole. So yeah, there's that part. There's Drake and Kendrick. You know what I'm saying? Drake then dropped Kendrick Lamar ain't responded. Then you got Rick Ross beefing with Drake. You got Metro Boomin beefing with Drake. You got Nav beefing with Drake. The Weeknd beefing with Drake. You got Lotto and Ice Spice going at it. You got who the fuck is that? JT and Young Miami falling out. Then you got
JT and Glorilla was going at it too.
Yeah, JT and Glorilla going at it. I'm like, yo, what the fuck is going on? What is in the water? Lupe Fiasco talking about I rap better than all you niggas. I'm like, wait, chill out, bro. What's going on?
So random, like, we didn't ask for you. Where you come from?
Right. So
it's beef season, man.
What y'all think about what's going on out here, man? Because it's a lot. It's a lot.
It's fight music.
Not fight music. Well, which one you want to start with? Because I mean, you just listed a lot. So
okay, so
Drake versus the world.
Yeah, let's go with Drake versus the world first, because that's so outlandish to me. I'm gonna save my take for last. Go ahead, y'all.
So what? So I need a recap because some of the stuff I still haven't.
So, okay, how about this? Why is everyone beefing with Drake? Go ahead, Smooth.
Okay, so look, so why the why we don't know. That's the real part. The why we don't know. However, Joe Budden podcast, they actually came up with a great theory from listening to them, and I almost want to say like they might be damn near spot on that Drake might own like some level of people's catalog and might have some level of control over like how people drop and like what, like he's making money off people. Like he has a percentages of like damn near everybody and like their music and different shit to where it kind of is annoying. You know what I'm saying? Like for what they're trying to do, like they want to make their own mark and be out here. Meanwhile, you're kind of owned by the dude you're competing with. Hold on, wait a minute. Hold on. Okay, what I just walk in on? King Cash, I don't know what the fuck you on, bro. I don't know where you walked in at.
No, he walked in when you were just laughing.
Oh, okay. Rick Ross beef is weird. He know Drake not responding to Kendrick Lamar. Facts. That's a big fact. So okay, so I can list individual problems. So Future's beef with Drake stems from a woman, and then also him doing that album with 21 Savage. All right, there's that. Metro Boomin's problem with Drake stems from the album with 21 Savage, and also allegedly a woman. John Morant's beef with Drake stems from two women because the NBA player baby mama that he was with, Drake took her, and then he was with Lotto's sister, and Drake took her too. So I'd be upset too if both my girls got took by Drake. I'd be sick.
Like so Drake just got the juice because he's taking everybody, girl.
Mr. Steal Your Girl.
I mean, yeah, I mean, because Trey Songz can't do it because he fighting court battles over abuse allegations. But that's neither here nor there.
Damn, not Trey Songz caught a stray bullet.
I mean, I'm just keeping it a buck. Like I don't give a fuck. Then after that, let's see. The Weeknd and Drake have never been like fully cool. They just been amicable at best. Nav is just beefing just to be in some shit. He the one nigga I'm like, shut the fuck up and just get outside. Rick Ross beefing with Drake is bizarre because y'all were cool. I guess he said it was because he sent a cease and desist letter to French Montana, but French Montana's record was produced by Metro Boomin, who Drake was beefing with. So I'm not surprised that Drake didn't want to be on the record anymore after he already had recorded on it. So I'm just saying that it adds up and makes sense. But that's kind of like the TLDR. Like, let me know if I missed somebody, but I believe I got everybody. That's pretty much it. Like, it's really all silly, stupid shit. It's kind of like some high school level shit, to be honest.
Yes, so it sounds like a
like these niggas too rich to be arguing in Instagram stories about whose mansion is bigger.
It's like a never ending. What's the word I'm looking for? Like puzzle. Like you were explaining, I was like, so this person's connected to this one. This person don't like that one. That person also don't like that. There's too much going on.
I just think they're just mad because Drake could pull and they can't. Like
if he's taking all y'all women, like clearly
that's what it sounds like. And then Drake just happens to be quote unquote a little bit more talented than them because that's what it seems like. It seems like petty.
More talented than them.
No, I'm saying quote unquote. Like I'm not saying that he is, but it seems since he has more appeal. So I guess so Drake stole their woman and he's more popular and he's better at making money like that. So it just sounds like some jealousy. Like I'm going, even though I like Rick Ross made fun of his nose job, which was kind of funny, but
yeah. I seen pictures and I kind of compared them and I was like, there's not really much of a difference like between his nose. It's a good line. It's funny. Like it's funny. Don't get me wrong. I laughed my ass off. I did. I laughed my ass off. We know what this really about. None of them had beef with Drake till the vid leaked. Oh, you talking about the The diss track leak. I mean, hold on. What? Wait, hold on. Drake probably found a French song was on a Metro beat. Then he was like, "No, I'll take that down." Yeah, for sure. That's literally what it boiled down to for that part. But yeah, I do want to say like I want everybody to get the fuck out the way. Like all these minor characters, all these subplots, like shut the fuck up and just move. I want Drake and Kendrick to go at it. That's all I want. Everybody else step to the side.
Why
Y'all
you want
not
these
even
two to
main.
go at
Y'all
it?
not even because they're not. Everybody else is not main characters. The only other main character is J. Cole. And he bowed out because he said, "This is too messy." Y'all actually got real personal beef. I like peace and I like my family to be like protected. So to protect my family, I'm gonna step back. And I respect that as a man. Like, you know what I'm saying? Considering where they trying to go with this shit, like I get it. Oh, wait, his
I
hold
forgot
on,
that
wait, hold on.
happened. I forgot that happened.
Enough is enough. Yo, yeah. Hey,
I just
Hey,
hey,
yo.
but for the record, I just
hey.
want to say, for the record, I just want to say it's not worth all this. It ain't.
Yeah. Yeah, nah, it,
That's
it
all I'm
ain't, it
saying.
ain't, it ain't worth it at all. I don't know why everybody's getting all like I could not be like this over some other dude. Like I'm not paying him no mind. I'm not paying no attention. I'm chilling. There's no way. There's no way. And my thing is Drake has dropped his diss record towards Future, Metro Boomin, Weekend, Nav, Rick Ross, Kendrick. He responded to all them niggas. Them niggas jumped him like he was Thanos. And now Drake then responded to everybody. Rick Ross is responding, but that's the same way as like Hawkeye talking shit. Like I'm like, don't nobody give a fuck about Hawkeye. Like shut the fuck up and go over there with your arrows and shit. Don't nobody give a fuck. You cool, but that's it. Drake, no, Drake didn't get a nose job, bro. Unfortunately, be more. Unfortunately, not. He did. He really did. He really didn't. His nose is the same. His nose is the same. His nose is the same.
Also, I mean, that Meg The Stallion song does insinuate that he has some work done, so that may be what they're referring
Oh,
to.
now the ab shit. Now that probably is true, but the nose job shit, like this is just an older Negro. That's all this is. He's just older and got a beard. The
It's the
nose is
same
the
nose.
same. That's the same fucking
No,
nose.
that's the same nose. That's the
Yeah, I'm
same
like
nose.
that part is cap. It's funny as fuck, but it's
And he
cap.
also like he's smaller on the right, and when you're smaller, your nose gets slimmer too. So
Mm-hmm. Nah, not the same. Be more. Are you really looking at this image and saying it's not the same? Nigga, come on, be
that's the
real.
same exact nose.
Nigga, be real. Be real, bro. Be real. Like you can hate a nigga. Like I get it. People hate Drake. I get it, but come on. Like now the him getting getting like his abs done. You know what I'm saying by the thing. The exact same nose would work. What work was done if it's the exact nose? That doesn't make any sense. Make it make sense, bro. Make it make sense. It's the same nose. Like let, let's just keep it a stack. It's the same nose, but he probably them abs was fake. Like them abs that was build a ab. You know what I'm saying? That was build a ab from Dr. Miami Workshop. You know what I'm saying? Like let's just keep it a stack. That's what it was. It was build a ab.
Not
However,
blue.
yeah, like I'm gonna keep it a stack. That was build a ab. But the nose thing is just outlandish. That's cap. He's black and he's Jewish. Both Jews and black people have big noses.
That big nose.
Therefore, he can
Yeah.
have a big ass nose. Like that's genetic. He's genetically disposed to have a big ass nose.
I
That's just
was.
what it
Pretty much,
is.
yeah. Yep.
You know
It's
what I'm
funny because
saying?
even Rick Ross he put it like on a story too. It's like Rick Ross is not backing down, and I'm like it looks the same. Like it reminds me of the freaking of the what do you call it? The that Office meme where like it looks the same.
Oh shit. Oh shit.
No, but yeah, I'm looking at Rick Ross's like story though, so I was like, oh,
I agree. The abs are worse, man. Wait. King Cash, what are you? What are
I
you
mean,
all?
I'm gonna put this out for the kings, okay? Because all these women are out here getting BBLs and all this other stuff. If you want to get some abs, let it get some abs.
Look. Here's my thing. I'm a grown man. I don't give a fuck what another grown ass man is doing. I'm not looking for that. You know what I'm saying? Like that's not on my 2024 bingo card. Oh, is a nigga getting work done? No, that's not on my. I'm not checking for that. You know what I'm saying? I'm not fighting for or against that shit. However, what I will say is it's bizarre to me, you know what I'm saying? Like what like Rick Ross, really? This is the angle you have, and this is what you're doing? Like it just seems childish, you know what I'm saying? Then Drake himself seems childish with the way he's like going about this beef, like he's posting all this mess on his story. Like just stick to the music, bro. That's
Nah,
how I
man.
feel.
Music
I
doesn't
want
sell anymore. It's all about engagement now.
I mean, but here's the thing, Drake gets enough engagement.
That
Like
he does.
this is probably the most streams, you know what I'm saying? Like as far as like Rick Ross dropping that diss track on streaming services, this is good. This is good for Rick Ross. He might actually get a high charting single out of this. You know what I'm saying? That's not Drake related. Like, because all his highest charting songs are from Drake. Like literally everything you see is featuring Drake or featuring Jay-Z. It always features some nigga that's way bigger than him, somebody that's an actual legend. Like there's a conversation that could be had that when this is all said and done, that people might just forget who the fuck Rick Ross was in the history books. That's just a
Nah,
fact.
man. Hustling.
No, that's just a fact. He his name could get left out.
Yeah. No,
He could get
I can
left
do
out
that.
of the conversation. He's not on the Mount Rushmore. People will remember Wayne, they'll remember Eminem, they'll remember Jay-Z, they'll remember Nas, they'll remember J. Cole, they'll remember Kendrick Drake. You know what I'm saying? Big Sean has a better chance of getting remembered. Meek Mill will get remembered because he got demolished by Drake in 2015. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like certain people have a better chance of being remembered. Rick Ross might not get mentioned at all because he's just a guy that's been featured on great records by other people.
Hey, but he has hustling and
Those didn't even
every day he's hustling, man.
those didn't even chart that high. Like
But
when we keep it in the stack, it didn't.
but every day he's hustling. Cat Williams blew that on up. That's
I mean, yeah, that is like, you know what I'm saying? Like, oh, what? Hold on. What y'all talking about? What y'all talking about? I would be mad though. Can this nigga take an L? Ain't from the hood. Ghost Riders, we don't care. Pusha T diss, that's cute. BBL, okay. Fake knows, but he still does numbers. Like, oh God. Yeah. I do. So I guess my thing is for y'all, like, okay, so Kendrick Lamar jumped out the window on like that, right? He dissed Drake and J. Cole. J. Cole responded. Then J. Cole rescinded his response. And then Drake said the next weekend, okay, I'm gonna respond now. Because I thought J. Cole was jumping out the window. I was gonna let him have his moment. You know what I'm saying? So we're not double teaming this dude because it would look I get people like, oh, Drake took too long to respond. I'm like, no, it would look weak as fuck if J. Cole drops a diss towards Kendrick and then Drake turned around and does it too. Then that makes y'all look weak because you know what I'm saying. Y'all had to go up against him. Now it does look like it's big him. But if you wait your time, you bide your time, then it makes him seem like he's just a regular competitor. But I guess my question to y'all is, you know, when should Kendrick Lamar finally respond? Because it's been 5 days now.
he doesn't need to.
To Drake's diss?
He doesn't need to.
So so you're saying he doesn't have to. Okay. Shar?
I mean, if you ask me if I love to hear it, me hearing, like I say, like I will love to hear it. I'm just saying he does, like, he doesn't need to. So because
I'm just laughing at Smooth's face. I'm sorry.
Yeah. Char, does it?
I just want to say that I really
Okay.
miss the days when real rap beef was the thing, and we would get some real records out of it and some actual real responses. Where's that shit at? Bring that shit back. That's what I want. Because these rappers just be talking a lot of shit, and then they're too afraid to clap back, and that's what it's giving right now. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, and in 2035, out of all those in that conversation, who will still be talking about musically? I mean, that's what I'm
Drake.
saying. It's
Great
just
question.
it's just Drake and J. Cole and Kendrick.
Yeah.
It's the same three niggas.
That's a great point, B More. It's a really great point.
Yeah.
that was
No,
DJ.
and yeah, but
Like,
and
this
that's
is
what I'm
not
saying.
real beef. This is
And-
not like if you go back and you look at the 90s rap beef
Yeah.
compared to this beef now. Come on,
Yeah.
bro.
Which is why I'm saying he doesn't need to
It's called getting
respond.
on Twitter and writing a diss towards you, a beef. That is not a beef.
And that's why he doesn't have to respond.
Feel funny. Oh, me it is. Metro, set your ass up and make some drugs, nigga.
Yeah, I agree, B More. Most of this
Don't
beef
cry.
is whack. It's whack as hell.
Yeah, it is whack, but I do feel Kendrick's under obligation. If you're gonna pop this shit off and you're gonna diss,
I agree.
and somebody diss you back, you have to respond. In hip hop,
That's
you have
law.
to.
That's law, bruh.
Like if you pop it off, you have to respond. You can't pop it off and then tuck tail and go chill with your babies and shit.
Don't
Like
act
no
scared
nigga.
now.
No
Don't act
nigga, like
scared
we don't
now.
care that you got kids. We don't care that you got a fucking wife, nigga. You jumped out the window anyway. Like nigga, get to stepping, or you need to pull a J. Cole and you need to go on stage and fucking apologize. But clearly, J. Cole knew what the fuck time it was because he listening to y'all disses. You know what I'm saying, on the side, and he like,
Now,
you know what?
Be More. I honestly agree too. I don't really think he popped off in the song either. I think it was just kind of highlighted way more than it was, which goes back to my point I said about 2 minutes ago. All this fake rap beef is not even real beef. Like I want some real.
So look, here's the thing. They've been subliminally going back and forth for the last 10 years. This is the most direct Kendrick has been. And I guess Drake was like, enough.
It still wasn't even really that direct.
I mean, he said for all your dogs getting buried. He didn't call him out by name.
I mean, I get that, but like I also get like it's still tiptoeing around things.
Which is why
but Drake has made it direct. He called him out by name. So now we're here. We're here now.
And I agree. Kendrick should respond. Like that's what real rappers back in the day did. If you came for them, they'd have a track out within 24 hours.
Yeah. So I mean, and here's the thing, like I'm willing to give somebody, you know what I'm saying, like, you know, I'm giving to give somebody 72 hours to respond. I'll give you 3 days. 1 day to write, 1 day to record, and another day to mix and master. I better hear that shit that night. Like I'm willing to give you 3 days.
If you take any longer, now people are wondering, does he really write his own raps? Like, are you actually a rapper?
You scared? Like, are you scared of Drake? Like, are you scared of Lil Aubrey? Like, nigga, like, no, there's no way in hell I'd be scared of a nigga named Aubrey. Like, bro, I'm rapping back. Like, I'm rapping back. That's nuts. That's not like for all intents and purposes, for what they say, like, because Rick Ross is like making a highlight of, okay, white boy. I'm like, dude, why the fuck y'all not responding then? Like Rick Ross is the only one that was bold enough to go, okay, I'm gonna respond, but most of his shit was just filled with a lot of cap. But it was very entertaining, man.
I'm sorry. Look at the most recent comment.
Nowadays, you got 1 week. You on Kendrick, then you get 6 months. On me. Yeah. If you just Drake, he has a team on for working for him. I mean, look, it's possible, but I just hate that niggas act like Drake can't write when it's a known fact that he can write.
But he has 6 people to help him proofread and stuff like that too.
But here's the thing, like
it's like Captain Planet.
We know he can write, and we know he can go after people by himself.
But yeah, but it's funny because he's like Captain Planet with their powers combined. They get that shit out with quickness.
Yeah.
Like,
and I'm not
like,
hating it.
but look, he did back to back by himself. He did charge up by himself.
No,
So.
I'm not mad. Hey, if you want to
We're
have
not
all
saying
your,
he's not capable. We're saying he's not lying. He do got a lot of ghostwriters.
I mean, but here's the thing.
I don't
Is
care
it a ghostwriter if the nigga's credited? Like every person that they're saying that is a ghostwriter has been credited in some way, form, or fashion. Like
I agree with every single thing that. I'm sorry. I agree with everything single thing B More is saying in the comments.
And what I'm saying is that I don't care. Let his ghostwriters cook.
All I'm saying is this. Like, regardless of whether you think he writes or fucking not, it's hip hop. If you that nigga, Kendrick, this is your chance.
Yeah, but it's
your time. Just bury the nigga. Allegedly, he didn't had a diss track cooked up for 4 years. Like, nigga, drop it.
Who had a diss track for 4 years?
Kendrick.
See, no, at this point you've lost. It's been 5 days and you done had a diss track for 4 years and you ain't dropped it.
He has 6 months.
There is no more beat. There's no more.
He has 180 days to respond. It is Kendrick Lamar.
It's too late by this point. It's too late.
If
he drops it now, it's not a diss track. It's just a track.
Yeah. Yeah, he was too scared to release the original Element track against Big Sean, which is crazy because like he dissed the fuck out of Big Sean in the original Element verse. Like he did.
I mean, but let's be real. Big Sean is from Detroit. I'd be scared too. Just saying.
I just want to know, like, you know what I'm saying? Is Kendrick Lamar like gang banging and set tripping, or is he not? Like, because allegedly, like, that's what he is. You know what I'm saying? He you know what I'm saying? He hangs out with like the Compton Bloods and all that other stuff. So I'm like, bro, if you're well protected and you in the city, like, fam, just drop your shit. Nobody's coming to LA. Like, nobody can touch Kendrick in LA.
Look,
so I'm like, he's not.
I want to repeat. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
It is day 5. You have a diss track you've had for 4 years. At this point, if you drop the track, it's no longer a diss. It's just a track. You missed your window for it to be a diss.
Y'all already exposed me for ghostwriters. Am I supposed to stop? Hell no. I'm really about to get hits off these guys.
Oh, man.
Yeah, but I kind of feel like it does get a window because nobody wants to hear you dragging somebody 2 weeks later. At this point, we're all over it. It's not a hot topic anymore.
If you scared of Big Sean, you should just retire. Oh me. There's no way. Like, you shouldn't be able to get that off.
Kendrick can respond in 2035.
Like, and I'm
Damn, not even like a year. So you gave him 11.
That's just looking like it's looking like he not responding until 2035 is what's looking like.
Hey,
I'm sick of the goalpost movement. Like, for real. Like, stop moving the goalpost.
Maybe Kendrick's not a diss track responder, and it's okay.
No, you don't get to say you're number one and then you're not a diss track responder.
I agree.
It's the same thing with, no. It's the same thing with J. Cole. Like, J. Cole can't jump out the window and say, I'm the biggest in the game, drop a diss track, and then rescind that bitch in 2 days. Mm-hmm. Talking about you couldn't sleep. Nigga, what are you on?
Because people didn't like it. He thought they were to do it. So he's like, never mind.
Because this new generation of rappers are scared.
Them niggas is from the old thing. They the last niggas. They the last of the Mohicans. There's no more big 3 after them.
I understand that, but as you can see, it's all tough.
Pretty much the estrogen is what you call. He said estrogen.
Oh, damn.
Yeah, damn.
No, man.
What other reasons would you be the big 3 and then not release a whole diss track you've had sitting in the archives for 4 years? Make it make sense, please. Make it make sense.
He afraid.
Exactly.
At this point,
there are consequences.
I'm gonna tell y'all. Oh yeah, go ahead. Sorry.
I'm gonna say he's afraid of consequences. They're afraid of getting. Because
now I do have a different perspective here. Because like we know the terminology, industry plan. And sometimes if you come for the industry plant, then that can crumble your whole career. So perhaps maybe there's something there where he's like, I know something you don't know. I don't know.
Nah, that's not it. That's not it at all. That's not it at all. Because Kendrick is now independent. He's on his own label. So that's not it at all. He's on PG Lane. He's on his own label. He started his own. He's fine. Kendrick is fine. He
Well,
can do whatever the fuck.
So if he
Excuse
could
me.
do whatever he want, what's taking so long then? Hell.
honestly,
We don't know.
No, I think because we're in the age where if you lose, it's like it's people give you that negative connotation, and so it's like they rather just not do anything, let it blow over, and still be able to maintain their status instead of saying when you say I'm the best, and you're like, oh no, Drake cooked you, blah blah blah, cooked you, this person cooked you, and then so then you can't say that you're the best because it's like, but then you can argue that someone can't cook you if you never showed up. And I think that's probably what it is because
No. Here's the thing though. No, Drake can't argue that Pusha T didn't cook him because he never responded after Pusha T said what he said. He never Drake's only way out of that situation was to respond, and he didn't. Therefore, he took a fucking L to Pusha T.
But the thing is, a lot of people they don't care about that.
It's a big ass L, and Kendrick Lamar can't not reply. And then not get a big ass L.
Now, be more.
What I'm saying though is that a lot of times, because there's a lot of people, they just let things just go, and then people forget about it, and then so until you like a freaking almanac that you come out and be like, hey, remember this back in freaking in 1990? Like that's what I'm saying, and I think that's what they do because for the most people, it moves on, and no one cares about it. And that's why I think they don't respond. Like I get your point. An L is an L, but if people forget about it, then they're like, "Is it really an L?"
No, but nobody's forgot. Nobody's forgot.
Yeah, no people for
for Meek. So look, when you look at Meek Mill, nobody's forgot that he got cooked.
Yeah,
and they collabed. Then when you look at Drake, nobody's forgot that he got caught by got caught liking my Pusha T.
I did.
No, that's
but
you.
No, but that's my point. That's the point that I'm making. I'm saying for hardcore, lyricists who love this shit, they won't forget. But I'm saying for your casual to hardcore Drake fan like that too, who loves like everything that's produced commercially and is not into this too, this is I'm saying this is this week's news. And then, like in 5 weeks, they're gonna forget all about this crap. I'm saying if you let it die, that's what I'm saying. Because like I said, because Rick and Pusha T, I forgot all about that until you mentioned it right now. And the thing is too, we've talked about it before.
No, but nobody else has forgot. Like on hip hop heads, nobody has forgot it. Listen. I'm talking about just fans in there every week to 2 weeks on my feed, I see the Pusha T diss. Like, I'm like, dude, what the fuck?
But that's my point. I'm saying you are a hip hop head. So I'm saying that. So I'm saying for general person who's just gonna they love Drake and I'm like that too, and they're gonna go ahead and they're gonna see this right there, and then in 5 weeks, if no one responds, this is gonna go away. And I'm saying that's probably a reason why these newer rappers, they choose not to say anything because there's so much going on now. They could duck their head in the sand, and then the non-hardcore audience will forget about it. That is all. That's what I'm saying. That's why I think why you're J. Cole and why these people, they will wait forever. And like I'm saying, from someone who's not into that super world but knows about it because you talk to me about it and I hear about it from other people like that too. I forgot about Drake and Pusha T, and I remember we were fucking dying about it when it first happened. That is all I'm saying. And I'm thinking that's why. And do I think it's right? No, but I think that's why some of these people, they just don't respond because they're like, I'm gonna wait and let it go away and then start again.
But here's
exactly. That's my point.
But here's the thing. Here's the thing with Kendrick. Kendrick's fans are pure, like they're hip hop purists. Most of them are hip hop purists, so they're not gonna forget this at all. But all I see is them online shooting him unlimited bail. Like, oh, he's gonna respond at some point. Like, my big brain theory is, I guess he's gonna respond with a whole fucking music video. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like a dissertation on Drake. And it better be the best. It better be the best dissertation ever. And he has 2 more days to drop that shit.
And
no,
because if he doesn't drop that shit on Saturday morning, I swear to you, he's cooked. He's cooked. I don't give a fuck what he has to say at that point. I don't care. Like it took him a fucking week. It took you a fucking week. Like that diss has to be so phenomenal and such a hit to make me change my fucking mind.
I don't think he's a response.
Drake might back to back.
All I know is
No. But that's the thing. Kendrick wants him to shoot his full load. That's what Kendrick wants him to do. He wants him to keep firing off and shoot his full load, so then he can respond one time,
so he can capture
and then he wins by default because Drake has nothing else to say, which I'm thinking is bogus. Like, nigga, respond.
So is that really a win then?
Exactly.
But and that's also, and the thing is too, are they wait so long? So then when they respond, it's still a response, but Drake's not going to go back freaking 3 months and be like, why the hell am I still talking about this? But that's what I mean. Yeah, I'm with Shar, and I was just putting why I think people they just stuck their head in the sand because they're scared because in this thing for your loyalists, if you get cooked, you get cooked. But then that's the thing. But then if you don't say anything and you let it go, people forget about it because like, oh, it fell off.
How you gonna be one of the big three and not respond? And if you respond, if you decide whenever you decide to respond, if it's anything less than 2 minutes, at that point it's like we waited all this time for this. Just saying.
Yeah, and I mean you need to straight up call Drake out by name. You need to say Drake, no subliminals on the track. You need to either say Drake or Aubrey. You need to call him out, or Mr. Graham, whatever the fuck you're gonna call him, and you need to cook that nigga.
Whatever
at this point, that's what you have to do, because you can't half step no more. The nigga called you out by name. You can't be like, oh, I'm just gonna casually somehow peaceably diss him. Like, no, nigga. This is what you wanted. You wanted smoke. Let's go. Like, be on timing. Be on timing. That's the one thing I respect about Drake. He dropped Duppy freestyle and then still got cooked. Like, and that's fine. Like, I'm cool with that. I'm cool with him taking an L. Like, at least he jumped out there and stood on business. Like, you can't not stand on business and then say, oh, this nigga weak. Like, no, you supposed to be the harder nigga than he is. He's the quote unquote white boy, the guest of hip hop that's dominating things,
exactly,
and you're letting him get off. What's up?
Exactly. His King's last response.
But the response has to be a hit, or you end up like Meek with a wick ass song like Wanna Know. I mean, yeah, that's true. That's true.
Yeah.
That's true.
You gotta come correct at this point.
yeah, that's true. That's true. And I don't know if he can. I don't know if he has it in him. And I don't think.
And if you can't, don't even release it at all. Just
Nah. I'd rather he drop a weak ass song than not drop at all, because that's weak.
Dude, at this point, it's been 5 days. I mean,
that's weaker to me. Like, I'd rather at least he stand 10 toes on what he actually said. Don't back away now, because if you drop anything else later, like, bro, you just sorry. Like, you can't take no more subs at Drake. No more. Kendrick gets no more subs. But I mean, if y'all want to talk about some other shit, he got 2 more. Yeah, he got 2 more days. And there better be a motherfucking music video. No, I better see a motherfucking music video with a diss.
That's what I said.
Anything wrong with Drake.
Anything more than a week, like at that point, it's not a diss track anymore. It's just a regular track.
It's a recap track. That's what it is. It's a recap.
Not a recap.
So yeah, let me take you back to last week. I had a problem with this light-skinned nigga named Aubrey. Like what?
That's it. It's not a diss. It's a recap. That's what are we doing? It's not a diss track. It's a recap. What's up?
A recap.
Right.
Well, I'm gonna shut up. They're gonna take our ideas.
Man, I don't give a fuck if he takes all my ideas. Nigga, respond, bro.
No, it's gonna be a recap, and I'm like, nah, man. Like, where's my royalties?
I have so much respect for Drake, Kendrick, and J. Cole. Like, as a fan of all of them, that it disappoints. Like, I'm disappointed in J. Cole for jumping out of it, but I understand it as a man. I understand it. So I'm willing to put him to the side and say that J. Cole's always been peace, love, and happiness. He kind of just got out of pocket for himself. Cool, whatever. But Kendrick, you've been one smoke with niggas. You know what I'm saying? And Drake is cool with cool with Travis. He is. They're still cool, because he said Travis has Kendrick wiped down. So they're still cool. Yeah, they're still cool. Because in every instance where Metro Boomin plays the like that, he never plays Kendrick's diss verse. He never plays it. On stage, he has not played it to this day. He has not played that verse. He always cuts it off before then. Which means, like, do you even stand behind what you got this nigga to jump out there and say on your behalf?
No.
Like, who the fuck is Drake to y'all? Like, is this nigga the boogeyman?
Apparently so.
He's supposed to be just a singing nigga.
Nah, he's more than that.
He
He's
just got body by a singing nigga.
He's entertainment entrepreneur, makes shoes, do like that too. He prints money.
Yeah, I'm starting to think. I'm really starting to think he owns some of these niggas' catalog, bro.
Probably does.
That's what I was saying. Like, he got to have something on him that we don't know. That's what I said.
He's a factory, man. He's a factory.
He has to. He has to. There's no other fucking way.
That's what I said earlier. It might not be industry plan, but he has something that we don't know. Yes.
He's printing money. I do know that. Maybe they're afraid of all 6 of his ghostwriters.
Okay, look, man, we gotta chill out. We gotta chill out.
Hey,
I'll
give Drake all the talent in the world, because guess what? If I had all 6 of Drake's ghostwriters, I want to be able to bring out some fat tracks. So that's all I'm saying. Drake has talent. He has skill. He has the people around him. He does that too. He's printing money. He represents freaking 4 different cities like that too. He has deals with Nike like that. So like, I'm not like even when I say his 6 ghostwriters, I'm not taking anything away from him because he is that guy. So and if you want to hate on him for that one, it's a joke. But like, even if I was Drake and people were like, you got 6 ghostwriters, I'm like, I also got $6 million. What do you got? Nothing. Shut your mouth.
Damn.
No, that's what I'm saying. So like, I'm not.
Damn. hey, no, but okay. So, but to talk about the other rap beef, since we beat that dead horse to death.
Maybe Eminem's his ghostwriter.
Who?
I'm joking. I'm done now. I'm done.
Who?
That's it. Maybe Eminem's the ghostwriter.
Hell no. You know the fuck. You know hell. Ain't no damn way in hell Eminem writing for nobody else.
Hey, I don't know, man. Drake, man. You know, last name ever.
Nah,
first name greatest.
He ain't right.
At least Eminem would have responded by now.
He would have.
Yes.
He would have come back and rubbed the shit in your face.
That's what I'm saying.
Eminem would have wrote. He would have wrote in less than 24 hours. He would have had it out in 2 hours.
Eminem, he would have been on Instagram Live, freaking just ciphering right off the bat.
So here's the thing: Quavo got beef with Chris Brown and responded in 24 hours. Like, I'm like, if Quavo can fucking respond to Chris Brown, nigga, you can do the same thing too.
Rip Machine Gun Kelly.
Like, you're Kendrick Lamar. You're Kendrick fucking Lamar. Like, get in the booth.
Maybe he only has 2 ghostwriters.
Where's that image of Lotto? Do I have that on my computer? Like, get in the booth, bitch. Like, where that shirt that she
maybe Kendrick maybe his booth is broken.
Nigga, he got money. You better go get another fucking mic.
Maybe his booth is getting remodeled right now.
They dropped Lottie reference track. Like, dang, Drake put Yachty in the OVO sweatshop. I mean, it was probably Yachty's song, and then he just gave it to Drake because shit, like. And Yachty's listed as a writer on there. Like, it's not like he took it and then hid that Yachty was writing on the track. Yachty's listed as a writer. So, like, what are we talking about? Like, that's my thing. People are like, oh, Yachty ghostwritten. No, he didn't. He's listed as a fucking writer. Like, what are we talking about? It's different if he wasn't listed at all. And Drake tried to pass it off as his own. And plus, we know Drake don't even write like that. That song is out of Drake's wheelhouse. He ain't got that in him.
I don't know.
I assume not. Jesus Christ. Anywho.
You said it without saying it.
I didn't say it. It's not a ghostwriter if the nigga's credited. Like, we gotta call terms what they are.
You just said he don't write like that, and that's out of his caliber. What does that mean?
No, I said that's out of his wheelhouse to write a whole song, Jumbotron shit. That to where that idea came from. Like, no, there's no way that was that started as a Drake idea. That started as Yachty in the studio saying some shit, doing some shit, and maybe they were, and then Drake was probably there and just kept pushing them to keep going. Like, yeah, I'm gonna finish. We can finish this record, and then
Sure.
you finish this, and then we gonna switch it up, and then I'm gonna do my thing on it
Do
and
it,
change the
Char.
words around. It's
Char.
gonna be mine.
Stop insulting Drake. You can't do that around Smooth, okay? Last
I'm
name
not.
ever.
I'm
First
not. I'm
name
not saying.
greatest. Like it's Franco, dog. He ain't nothing to play with.
Oh my God, nah, that's not what I'm saying. Yeah, damn. I'm not saying that Drake's never had ghostwriter or whatever. All I'm saying is, if you're gonna use the term, like, let's use it properly.
Yes.
Let's
And
Just
just use
got
acknowledge
it
Drake's
bodied
properly.
by a
greatness.
That's it.
singer nigga.
And acknowledge Drake's greatness, okay?
I don't care if you think he's ass cheeks. That's fine. But I do want to talk about the other rap beefs though.
Drake's the
Like
one, man. Drake's the
There's
one.
more to talk about. Jesus,
the other rap beefs.
we're gonna
that,
get through
like,
all of them. We
We-
gonna get time for all of
no,
them.
We don't care
no,
about
I'm not
them.
trying to go through all of them. I'm just asking y'all other opinions. Any of the other ones jump out to you as like memorable?
I
Can you
mean,
list them off again?
Okay, so goddamn. So you got Glorilla and JT. You got JT and Young Miami. You got
JT and Young
Bia
Miami.
and Cardi B. You got
Who on Cardi B?
Bia.
Who's Bia?
I mean, that's fair. That's fair. That's fair. I couldn't even argue against that. I said, damn, that's fair.
JT is one half of the City Girls.
The
We didn't
better
talk
half
about
of
that one. JT
The
and,
better
like,
half of the City Girls. The non-Diddy
real
half of
facts,
City
the only
Girls.
one with the real talent, but you know.
Yeah. Yeah,
I
because
want to talk about that one.
Young Miami ain't writing shit. We know that.
I want to talk about that.
All she doing is going to freak offs and snorting coke.
No, I do want to talk about JT and Young Miami.
Yeah, go ahead.
So word on the street is that the reason they fell out is because Young Miami was defending P. Diddy and JT didn't like it. Is that correct?
I have no fucking idea.
That's what I heard. All I know
Hey,
is
I'm gonna take it as
Right.
word.
I thought it was sneak dissing.
all I know is I really like those girls. I liked them together, their music. However, I do agree with Smooth. JT is absolutely the more talented one, and she can probably do numbers without Young Miami. Now,
She's doing numbers right now without
now,
her.
wait, hold on. However, Young Miami just has the popularity because she had to hold it down while JT was in jail. I think that's the reason why. But I think that if JT decided, I don't know what she's doing now, but she's decided to do her own thing, I would support it. She's pretty talented.
Well, I just know that Young
Yeah,
Miami,
she got her own song. She's good.
Young Miami is accusing JT of
Not
sneak
to shoot
dissing.
sides, but I think Young Miami is funny on her podcast. She's funny, period, to me. However, I don't know what her stance on this whole Diddy thing is. I haven't really seen her say anything about it, so I didn't even know she was supporting him, Young Miami. So
Her lack of acknowledging it is a support, because my thing is this: like, if you're not saying no, then you're saying yes.
that's also
If
true.
it's
Yeah.
something as heinous as he's accused of, and you have no comment whatsoever, and you are right there, it's easy to just straight up say, "Look, in my whole time that I was with Diddy, I never seen this type of activity,"
Yeah.
and quote unquote, and end it. And people have to take your word as bond till some other shit come out. What did Young Miami do for Akademiks to stay on her neck? Defend Diddy, talk shit about Akademiks, and yeah, that's pretty much it. That's pretty much it. She jumped out the window defending Diddy, and then Akademiks wasn't having it, and basically told her she doesn't have talent, and all their albums flopped because of her. You know what I'm saying? And that JT would be better off by herself. Which
Damn.
all academic statements were correct. He didn't say any lies to Young Miami at the fuck all.
Now I do want to say
The only reason her show was big was because Diddy had his pocketbook behind it.
yeah.
If Diddy's pocketbook wasn't behind it, that would have flopped too.
Well, you know, Young Miami is cousins with Trina. So that's how she. Yes, they're
I
cousins.
mean, I mean, but
So
that ain't gonna get you a career. I mean, look at what Trina is. That ain't gonna get you stardom.
yeah, but Trina will forever be a great.
I mean, but that's different. Trina's a legend in her own right, but
Yes.
that's not gonna make you a star.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is, if it wasn't for her cousin, she wouldn't know Diddy. Therefore, we wouldn't really know any of this about her. Is what I'm saying. That's how she got her fame.
I don't know. If she's selling her stuff to the highest bidders, you would have got to Diddy eventually.
Anyways, so I like the City Girls as a collab. I think that they have a very unique sound together. There's no other group that sounds like them. And so it is unfortunate to see them part ways due to that. Like I will put like City Girls and Migos in like two categories of unique sounding groups that nobody else sounds like. Like both of them have like their unique sounds, right?
Okay,
Yes.
okay. With the direction that you're going, okay. Because at first I was like, wait, what?
No, I'm not comparing them. I'm just saying
because
that
I was like,
like
hell no, there ain't
if Migos,
no fucking way. At first I said, ain't no fucking way.
yeah, that's why I'm
I
being
was like,
careful.
I was gonna get on your head.
That's why I'm being careful with my words.
Hey, the Migos, them boys.
The point is, both of these groups have very unique sounds. So if Migos was to ever break up, I would also feel like, damn, like they really breaking up. You know what I'm saying? That's how I'm feeling about City Girls right now and what they did. But for all intents and purposes, JT is the more talented one.
Yes, by far. Way more quotables. Anyway, at least from what I've seen. I ain't listening to them like that. Now that we're off that, are the Migos still together?
Yeah.
Okay, let's keep it. No, they're not. They're not. They're not. Offset is doing his own thing. Quavo's doing his own thing. They've been off like for the longest time. That's been
Well, they're
evident.
grieving.
No, they were off before that. Like, where were y'all at? That's
they
why
never announced that they broke up. They never announced that.
Yes, they did.
When they announced it, I don't remember this.
That's a long ass time ago. I can't even tell you the date. All I know is it happened around the same time because Offset said that he was trying to go solo and drop his own solo album.
I remember the solo thing. I remember that.
Yeah, he was trying to do his own solo shit. Then you had the unfortunate thing that happened with Takeoff.
Yeah.
Right? And Quavo and Takeoff did a whole album together already. So they were going in their own direction together.
Oh.
Yeah.
That's what it
Migos
was.
did split in 2023.
Yes.
Wow. Okay.
It's over.
I guess we could, maybe for me, because I still hear their music, maybe it's hard for me to accept it. Like their music is just so.
October 5th, 2023 is when the Migos officially.
So that wasn't too long ago. Okay, so it's only been 6 months.
Well, no, that was official. It looked like it was June, pretty much February 2022 was when the group broke up, and then October 5th is when they confirmed it. So
okay.
it's been over a year.
Well, that's unfortunate. But like I said, their music just sounds so very unique, and there's no other group like Migos.
And then even before that, it was November 1st, 2022. Like Smooth was alluding to. Was like the last.
Yeah, well, they're like you're saying, Char. They're easily the best.
Yeah, they're unmatched, and it's unfortunate
we've ever had.
But they're so like. They did what needed to be done. So like if you play their hits are gonna live on forever. Like today I still listen to Migos. Migos is always a hit for me.
Facts. Okay. So to get off this gravy train.
Ghost Riders.
I guess my thing is, what are y'all thoughts about DJ Akademiks doing an interview of Trump Jr.?
I haven't seen this. Wow.
What are your thoughts on that? I mean, I can give mine, and then y'all can go if you want me to.
I'll just say one little thing,
and
then I'll step out of the way. You know, I am a huge 80s and 90s R&B person, rap and R&B person. And you know, there was a period of time in music where Trump was like a huge name. in rap songs, like the Trump Towers, and
Oh yeah,
everybody would always talk about how they're going to hang out with Trump and like this hotel. And so I think from that aspect, his son interviewing a rapper is not too surprising because of his father.
No. Him being interviewed by
Yeah,
DJ Akademiks.
Oh,
yeah.
Yeah.
I'm
DJ Akademiks platform this nigga.
Yeah, I have no thoughts on that. Go ahead.
I think especially because of New York and everything that was going on with Diddy and stuff, it does make sense because usually rappers and everything that was in this interview, it was with money. Donald Trump Jr. came for money, so of course it seems like he has interactions and has some insight. I think now we have to see, since he was really not associated, or he was not associated, he was not seen as being associated with that scene. It could be seen kind of difficult to take what he's saying with any truth or gospel, and you're like kind of like how do you know about this? But I mean, the man comes for money. And so it makes sense that some of these people will be in the same circles. So I think his interview does shed some light on some things. I'm not saying it's like the truth, but it gives you perspective of what was going on, especially with Diddy and everything else too.
Yeah, and yeah, that part was
and Ghost Rider. He talked about Ghost Riders too.
Jesus
Christ. I didn't realize I laughed so loud. I'm sorry.
I had to make sure I laughed.
But my I guess my problem is like I don't want people to platform like Donald Trump. My thing is DJ Akademiks just came off the best weekend he's ever had, covering like all this hip hop stuff, which was great. You know what I'm saying? He really held it down. Like it was a big moment. You know what I'm saying? Like he was the only person streaming, getting the records exclusively, dropping the Drake record first, the exclusive version, dropping the Rick Ross record first. Like he did everything first. He was that dude. But my thing is to turn around and right after that big weekend, platform Donald Trump Jr. and just not have the bandwidth to actually dispute him on any false claims that he's gonna claim about like his own father, about the election, about things that they're in, I think is grossly irresponsible. You know what I'm saying? If you're gonna platform somebody, you have to know enough to be able to actually ask them real questions.
But
that's how I feel.
I think you're seeing it mostly from a journalist perspective, and I'm seeing it mostly for clicks perspective. So as I agree with you that if you're doing something like that too, you should be able to go ahead and speak up and dispute things that you feel that are false. But I don't think that was his intention in it. And he wanted insight on one thing, and then you probably do agree with it. He said, "I want you to talk about this, but then you could talk about whatever you want on the other part of it too." And I do think that could be grossly irresponsible if you're looking at it from a journalist mentality. But DJ Akademiks.
Well, here's the thing: he clearly was trying to get exclusive information on Diddy. So my thing is like, why do you want true information on one end and not want truth on the other end? Like you can't do that both ways. Like you have to be responsible.
Well, because he didn't, because I don't think he wanted information on Diddy for the truth. I think he wanted it for the clicks. And so that's what I mean. So that's why I gave the answer that I gave, because I think that's what he wanted for that lifestyle. But he said, "Hey, talk about this, and as long as you talk about this, you can talk about whatever the hell else you want." And that's what I mean too. Like I totally agree with your opinion, and I think it should be that way too. But I don't think he went with it from the journalistic standpoint, which is why that doesn't surprise me.
Yeah, and I think less of Akademiks for that. Drake fell out with the Migos after. No, he didn't fall out with the Migos. Like he's cool with Offset. He's cool with Quavo. You know what I'm saying? They just don't. They're just grieving. So it's just a weird process in real time and a weird time. Let's see. Also, you hear Adam 22 say the big three of hip hop platforms was Vlad, Ek, and No Jumper. Yeah, that was blasphemous. That's blasphemous. No Jumper is not in the top three. I'm sorry. They're just not in the top. They're not in the top three. Part of the like you can't exclude the Breakfast Club. You just can't. You can't exclude the Breakfast Club. You can't exclude Joe Budden's podcast. You know what I'm saying? And the thing with Vlad and No Jumper, like y'all aren't even really hip hop. Y'all are just pariahs reposting other shit that other people be on. You know what I'm saying? And then y'all platform niggas that just be saying whatever the fuck they want to say with no pushback on y'all platform. Y'all just be platforming niggas. Like it don't even be real, like actual legitimate conversations. Vlad setting people up to go to jail. You know what I'm saying? Like, come on, like, are we really, you know what I'm saying? Like, are y'all really bigger than, you know what I'm saying, $1 million worth of game? Are y'all really bigger than, like, you know what I'm saying, Club Sey? Are y'all really bigger than, you know what I'm saying? What the I can't think of the other niggas platform right now. But like there's mad people like that are bigger than y'all. Like Pivot is bigger, you know what I'm saying? Even though they're not a hip hop platform, they matter more. You know what I'm saying? Like and my thing is like this is how you know who matters. No Jumper, the bulk of your content is reposting other people's content. That's the bulk of your content. All them other niggas, they post their own original shit. Vlad posts his original shit. However, nobody watches Vlad for Vlad. They watch it for his guests. Therefore, he's only as big as his next guest. Nobody's watching Vlad for Vlad. That is the epitome of his format. That's the epitome of his format. When all you do is interviews, you're only as big as your next guest. So therefore, you kind of got to find like people that you kind of fuck with, which is why he always has Boosie on. If we're talking about news, yes. Then we're talking podcasting, then no. I mean, either or. Like Vlad and No Jumper don't belong in a top three of nothing conversation. Nothing. Whether it's interviews or
Top
whatever,
three
they don't belong in
reposters.
it. Huh?
Top 3 reposters.
I mean, even then, I'd go Shade Room. You know what I'm saying?
I've
Neighborhood
been thinking
talk.
it's smart ass. I
Yeah,
don't.
I know. I'm just saying, like, I can, and World Star Hip Hop, like, you know what I'm saying? There's still niggas that's bigger than y'all. Like, there's no category where y'all are the big three.
But I think that's why they're trying to get stuff on there to broaden the audience, and so they do stuff without getting checked and everything too. Because that's kind of like, it reminds me, because and the thing is too, I really like Pat McAfee, right? And I know he's going to a more journalist part, but part of his appeal to get people eyes on his product was he would let people go ahead, and even when he had information against him, he would just let them talk and try to get them talking. And that's kind of also, and to a lesser extent, what Shannon Sharp does with Club Shay Shay as well. So I think that's kind of what people are doing now. And it doesn't matter what your opinion is. I do think, and I do think that can be dangerous, especially if you don't let your opinions known before or after the fact, because then the person that's going on, they know your opinions as well too, and they're just there. They're there to say their part, and there's no surprises, and it's like a safe space for someone just to talk. I think that's what these other places they're trying to emulate as well too, but they're not doing it the correct way because they don't have a journalistic background at all.
So King, I agree with you, bro. King Cash, I get a lot more news and updates from No Jumper than Joe Budden. Yeah, because all they do is repost fast. If you follow the Shade Room, you're gonna get the same shit No Jumper posts. If you follow Spiritual World, you'll get the same shit. Like they're just all of them are reposters. All of them are reposters. Nobody's posting original shit. Nobody but the people I previously named. You know what I'm saying? That's why I consider them bigger. Because at the end of the day, they're gonna repackage the information and make it their own. It's gonna be original. Like people aren't making original stuff no more. They're just reposting somebody else's video and asking, "Well, what are your opinions?" Hashtag blank and hashtag blank. You know what I'm saying? Like, nigga, anybody could do that. Anybody can make a page and do that shit if that's what you want to do. But if that's not who you want to be and you want to actually be known for something outside of other people, because you can see it when they post themselves, you know what I'm saying? The numbers kind of skew unless they do something outlandish, which it seems like every 30 days, you know what I'm saying? Adam 22 is doing something bizarre with his wife or by himself. Like he's always selling himself. And I just think that level of degeneracy is always gonna It's always gonna just there's a bottom that's gonna happen. You're gonna because you're gonna run out of things to do. That's just my thought.
Absolutely.
That's
I have nothing to add. Y'all took care of it.
yeah. Fuck Adam 22. No, but seriously, well, I don't. Well, I get a lot of free content from him, so you know what I'm saying. Being able to criticize his videos is awesome. But I will say this: if you've enjoyed this video of the Homeroom with Smooth podcast, you know what I'm saying, make sure you subscribe, make sure you like, make sure you follow.
I'm
You know what I'm
sorry.
saying?
I don't mean to interrupt, but you sound like, you know, when you were listening to the radio, you'd be like, you are now listening to Good Storm. That's what you sound like right now.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? I had to switch it up. I had to get on brand. You know. But look, I need y'all to subscribe, you know what I'm saying? I need y'all to let us know that, you know what I'm saying, you know, you really fucking with us, you know what I'm saying? Anyway, you know what I'm saying? We're gonna get up out of here. Miss Giggle Box down there, you know what I'm saying?
We
She
switched
just gonna
places
keep
because in the
giggling.
beginning it was you.
I mean, yeah, that's fact. That's facts. I was crying laughing. But anyway, we'll catch y'all later. Oh God.
King Cash, I cannot.
Nope. Automatic.
Damn.
My feelings is hurt. Man, bro, I ain't on. Bye, King, man. Bye, Cash, bro. We up out of here. Peace.